Welcome to the Minimalist Wealth Blueprint. If you're tired of the financial noise, the get-rich-quick schemes, and the endless pursuit of more, you're in exactly the right place. Over the next 10 minutes, we're going to walk through 10 foundational rules that will help you build genuine wealth without the stress, complexity, or constant anxiety that usually comes with it. And if you value practical, straightforward financial wisdom, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future videos that cut through the noise. Wealth building has become unnecessarily complicated. We're sold the idea that you need complex investment strategies, multiple income streams, and a lifestyle that requires constant optimization. But what if I told you that the path to real lasting wealth is actually the opposite? What if simplicity, focus, and intentionality are the true foundations of financial freedom? The minimalist approach to wealth is revolutionary precisely because it's not revolutionary at all. It's boring. It's unglamorous. It's the kind of strategy that won't make headlines or sell you a course. But it works, and it works consistently. Let's explore the first rule. Rule number 1 is simple. Spend less than you earn. This sounds obvious, but most people never actually do it. They earn $30,000, they spend $35,000. They earn $100,000, they spend $105,000. The gap between income and expenses is where wealth is born. It's the space where money doesn't disappear into the void. Instead, it accumulates, compounds, and transforms into real freedom. To implement this, you need radical honesty about your spending. Not the spending you think you do, but the spending you actually do. Track every expense for 1 month. Every coffee, every subscription, every impulse purchase. You'll be surprised. Most people who do this discover they're wasting between 10 and 30% of their income on things they don't actually value. That's your initial margin. That's your starting point for building wealth. Rule number 2 is about clarity on what you truly value. Minimalism isn't about deprivation. It's about intentionality. You spend money on the things that genuinely improve your life, and you eliminate everything else. For some people, that's a beautiful apartment in the city. For others, it's a quiet home in nature. For others still, it's the ability to travel freely. The specific things don't matter. What matters is that you've made a conscious choice. When you align your spending with your values, something remarkable happens. Your money feels purposeful. You stop feeling guilty about purchases because each one reflects something you actually care about. And more importantly, you naturally spend less because you're not chasing social validation or filling voids with consumption. You're simply living in accordance with what matters to you. Rule number 3 is perhaps the most powerful. Automate your wealth building. The best system is the one you don't have to think about. The moment you receive income, a portion should automatically transfer to savings and investments. Most people do it backwards. They spend first and save whatever's left. That leftover is usually zero. Instead, pay yourself first through automation. Set it and forget it. Whether it's 10% or 50%, the specific number matters less than the consistency. Automation removes emotion from the equation. You can't second-guess a transfer that happens automatically. You can't negotiate with yourself about whether this month you'll skip saving because of an unexpected expense. The money is simply gone before you see it. After a few months, you won't even miss it. Your lifestyle will adjust and your wealth will grow. Rule number 4 addresses one of the biggest sources of financial stress: debt. Specifically, consumer debt. If you're carrying credit card balances, personal loans, or car payments beyond what you actually own, you're paying interest to people who are betting against your success. Every dollar of consumer debt is a dollar you've already spent, plus the cost of borrowing. The minimalist wealth approach is to eliminate consumer debt entirely. This doesn't mean never borrowing. It means being extremely selective. A mortgage might make sense if you've thought deeply about it. An education loan might serve your long-term goals. But credit card debt, buy now, pay later schemes, and car loans for vehicles you can't afford are pure anchors on your financial freedom. They demand monthly payments indefinitely. They create stress. They prevent you from having actual choices about your life. Rule number 5 is about building a foundation that protects you, an emergency fund. Even with perfect planning, life throws unexpected expenses your way. Your car breaks down. You need a medical procedure. You face a temporary income reduction. Without an emergency fund, these situations become crises. You go into debt. Your wealth building stops cold. Start with $1,000. That covers most small emergencies. Then build to 3 months of living expenses. Then ideally 6 months. This fund sits in a separate, slightly inconvenient account. It's not for opportunities or upgrades. It's purely for genuine emergencies. Once this fund exists, financial stress drops dramatically. You stop lying awake at night worried about what happens if something goes wrong. Rule number 6 is about the investment philosophy that actually works. Consistent, boring diversification. You hear about people who made millions on a single stock or cryptocurrency or real estate flip. You don't hear about the thousands who lost everything trying. The minimalist wealth approach is different. You invest in broad index funds. You invest in bonds. You spread your money across hundreds or thousands of companies. No single investment can derail you because no single investment is a meaningful percentage of your portfolio. This approach also happens to be one of the most reliable paths to outperforming active investors who constantly trade and try to time the market. Over 15-year periods, 70 to 80% of actively managed funds underperform simple index fund strategies. Boring wins. Consistency wins. If you want to like this video because it challenges the exciting narrative around investing, please do, because the truth is genuinely powerful. Rule number 7 is about understanding the time value of money, compounding. This is where wealth becomes exponential rather than linear. When you earn returns on your investments, those returns themselves earn returns. A dollar invested at a 10% annual return becomes $1.10 after 1 year. That $1.10 becomes $1.21 the next year. The growth accelerates. The earlier you start, the more dramatic the effect. Someone who invests $5,000 per year starting at age 25 will have far more at retirement than someone who invests $10,000 per year starting at age 35, even though the second person contributes more overall. Time is the most valuable resource in wealth building. Rule number 8 addresses a source of financial stress that most advice ignores: lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, and suddenly your costs rise to match it. You earn $30,000, you spend $30,000. You earn $40,000, you spend $40,000. Raise by raise, year by year, you stay on the treadmill. The solution is to make a deliberate choice. When your income increases, only increase your spending by a small percentage. Put the rest toward your wealth goals.